Have you ever been or felt like you were the ugly friend in your friend group?
Have I ever felt like I was the ugly friend?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And I love it. I love it. I love it. And I want to tell you, I love it. I was just talking to my bestie about this a few weeks ago. And another young lady put it on Twitter. I forgot how it was worded, but it was something along the lines of, how can you do blah, 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 blah. How can you outshine your bestie on her birthday? And I just be like, I'm so happy that I got a best friend that looks so good. Shit, when we go out, she get all the attention. I love that shit. Why? Because I know that it's going to be a bunch of niggas that ain't shit that is going to be trying to shoot they shot.
So you want her to get all the ain't shitness.
And not necessarily that reason, but it just saves me unnecessary bullshit.
But I've heard the opposite. I've heard that the least attractive person, more people approach her because they feel like it's an easier route than going to the most attractive.
I can see that, but I'm just so happy that don't happen to me. I'm so happy, and all the guys that have tried to, and I, giving my phone number to, or whatever that might look like, it ain't the nigga I'm with now.
I don't know if I ever thought I was the ugly friend, because I guess this is really just based on results, right? So you know what I mean. If you can say that you're ugly friend, but if you still getting attention outside, elsewhere from other girls or whatnot, just like something about you not ugly. Cause
well, I guess it's specifically like when you and that friend or that group of friends hang out, it's always somebody else in the group that's getting the attention.
Oh yeah,
as opposed to
it's always every group has alphas, every group has betas, and all that kind of stuff. So it's just like you might not get the same amount of attention that the other person get, but it's just like, oh well. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, as a guy, I don't think about that as much. Like, ooh, I'm the ugly friend. So you're just like, nah, I don't really think about that way. Now, have I called myself ugly? Yeah. That was before I got a lot of confidence in myself. Yeah. But once that confidence hit, it's like, I don't care. I can walk in here with Idris Elba, goddamn, and I still can pull somebody, goddamn.
It's somebody for everybody.
Somebody gonna get on that line.
I'm like, I'm 6'3", y'all. Like, you can't find this on 4% of the goddamn population. Like, hey, what you want? That's where that confidence part come in. But.
Right.
I say that it took me a long time to find real confidence. Like, I can fake it, and I can be like charismatic and all that shit when I get cool with people. But generally speaking, I have pretty much always had very low confidence in myself. But as of the past, well, we in the new year now, so the last 6 months of the previous year, that's when I really kind of started coming into my own. And
I know what it was.
I bet you don't. But go ahead. No. That was a year before that even happened.
It don't matter.
Oh.
That still gave you some of it.
No, it didn't.
Really?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. If anything, that's extra seasoning. Because
not the sprinkles on
because
top.
what gave me my confidence would have gave me that confidence anyway. It's just you just get to add the little extra. I'm not gonna say what that was. But I'm just gonna say
you smashed a fine chick. You know what? I can do this. I can do it. You can do it. Like
smashing fine chicks ain't nothing new. But
you gotta find shit that like him.
That's that ain't nothing new.
You gotta tell us. You gotta tell us.
Cause now y'all feel like you trying me.
I'm not trying you.
I feel disrespected.
I know male minds. Like
I feel disrespected.
Once we accomplish something, you like, I ain't been doing it.
It was an accomplishment, and it wasn't necessarily just having a fine chick like me, because I didn't had plenty of fine chicks like me, and I done fucked plenty of fine chicks. But it's just some stuff.
Something happened.
Down.
Okay.
And that brought out that confidence. But
Was it at least positive?
Was what happened positive?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think people go through negative shit and gain confidence.
You can.
Okay. I didn't.
Because you're supposed to learn from everything. So.
You supposed to, for sure. But this ain't that. So I'm gonna just let y'all listen to this video. The caption says, "Woman has a very vulnerable moment about being the friend that is never approached, aka the ugly friend, when she's in a room with them she's never seen."
I have a lot of gorgeous friends, okay? Everybody's pretty. Everybody's pretty. Can we talk about how we are not the woman that's like ever approached in the friend group? More specifically, how you internalize it, how you deal with it. You know, because it's hard for me to believe that I'm the pretty girl when I'm out and men don't approach me. I tell you guys all the time that like I get the most attention from guys on the internet, not out in public. I for the most part, I'm never approached, just to keep it a buck. Or I'm approached by super older guys, like 50 and up. Nobody in my age range. And I don't care how many times my friends tell me I'm pretty. People at church tell me I'm pretty. When it's all said and done and I'm in a room with them, I'm never seen. To deal with. And then you can't even really talk to your homegirls about it, because if you tell them, then they're going to be self-conscious about how they are in your presence, and you don't want to dim their light because you love them. But like, what do I have to do? Distance myself from pretty people? Like, that doesn't make sense. I don't know. How do y'all deal with it? Do you talk to your homegirls? Do you just internalize it? Do you talk to other people? Do you just ignore the feelings? Like, because that's my thing. When I'm by myself and I meditate or I look at myself in the mirror, I feel beautiful. And then I get around other pretty girls and I feel like the ugly duckling. And nobody can convince me that I'm attractive. That's why it's hard for me to receive compliments. That's why it's hard for me to trust that what people are saying they mean, because my life experience tells me otherwise.
I don't know if she had laryngitis towards the end or if she was crying.
So she was about to start crying.
Oh, okay. How about she did a whole 360?
Stop herself from crying, I guess.
I mean, I feel 100% everything she said is valid, because 21 to 25-year-old me would feel that exact same way. 100%. I used to feel like that. And it made me feel like, oh, well, damn, maybe I'm not pretty, because at one point, you know, in my life, I felt like I was not attractive, you know, because before, you know, I became an adult, I had the bushy eyebrows, you know, I was a child, basically. Didn't get my eyebrows waxed, didn't get, you know, this, didn't get that, didn't get my hair done, didn't.
Be pearly.
Yes, Miss Pearly. You know, I didn't get the things now that contribute to my my uniqueness, and I think that played into to me now understanding who I am. I'm beautiful no matter what nobody says. But she does have valid points, because I still feel like that too a little bit when she said at the end that the people who approach, you know, me now, it's not people in my age. I'll attest to that. It's not people that's in my age range. It's people that's 45 and up. Like, I ain't gonna say 50 and up, but it's literally like 40s and up. And I just feel like you don't have to talk to me because I'm your last option, you know. But I also don't care, because if I tell you no, you ain't gonna do nothing but go to the next bitch anyway. That's number one. And number two, it just saved me a lot of headache, because of the fact that I know that some guys, I'm not saying this has happened all the time, because there are very few love stories that come from a nigga meeting a woman in the strip club or the actual club, or, you know, it very few, but it happens.
Less than 1,000.
Yeah, less than 1,000, but it can happen. It can happen. Luckily, I don't got to deal with that no more.
Two things. Men in general don't approach women like they used to 20 years ago because of dating apps and social media. That's why it's easier to be like, hey, what's your social?
On Facebook.
Then I just turn around, DM you, and then boom, they go from there. That's one. Two, is the woman actually attractive?
Right.
Do you want to see?
I mean, I'm trusting your opinion. You're a guy.
I kind of want to see.
I'm about to say, because again, if you're not attractive, I mean, at the end of the day, what are you looking for? You can change your attractiveness.
Before we see who he's talking about, I believe all women are beautiful.
I'm gonna try to.
I don't believe nobody is ugly, but I think there are people who are attractive in a way I can't appreciate.
Everybody has their own uniqueness before he shows us this picture of whoever this is talking.
So I'm trying to find a picture. You know, when you catch somebody like mid sentence, it make them look. So I'm trying to find a picture of just.
I mean, just in the video itself.
I can see through.
I just let y'all.
Let me ask you this: is she okay?
Let me. Do you have something with her with some clothes on?
You know, as a guy, see, that's the thing about women and dudes.
Thing I have.
We don't have to have the done up stuff to know if she's attractive or not.
I mean,
my problem is with that is people who do that. There's always something you can do to improve on your attractiveness. Like for me, I can lose weight and gain muscle. I can get in line, get something done with my hair all the time. There's always ways. The problem is people want you to accept them for who they are and what they are at that particular time. Yeah. I saw something literally today on Twitter that said most women are not ugly. They're just fat.
Whoa.
I said, now when you think about it, it's
to my voluptuous women, you are appreciated.
I mean, you still gonna but it's still, if you want to look and feel your best, you should always strive to do something in the gym.
Yeah.
Even if it's just regular walking. That by itself will increase your attraction to a lot of dudes.
Yeah.
Just weight is the one thing we can control out of every damn thing we're born with.
Yeah. No, unless you got some type of condition.
And that's very rare.
But if you on 600-pound life, ain't nothing I can do with
that.
Yeah, so
you ain't wake up with that.
So
like it's a disease.
But it's crazy, like they say, most women aren't ugly. Like, and I agree with that, because if you really think about it, most people are average 5s. That goes males and females, right? But those 5 females can do a small thing, whether it's going to the gym and make themselves 6, 7, just like that. But it's whether or not they want to. So her feeling like that she's the ugly friend of the crew, like, well, get in the gym. Like, if a dude, that's automatically attracted to a dude if they know you work out. Yeah. And you actually show it.
Because even if you are voluptuous,
because
I think you said that word wrong. But like if I go to the gym and I see a pretty big girl in the gym, I still might, depending on the situation,
depending on her shape.
Depending on her shape.
That's what it is. It's the shape.
It's depending on her shape. But then it's like, okay, when you come in here, are you actually working out, or you on the treadmill for 5 minutes, or you just in the way taking pictures to show that you in there, and then you leave?
You've seen plenty of women do that, like when you go to the gym.
You know, so, but if I see that you actually like working, like if I'm in there 3-4 times a week and you in there 3-4 times a week, then it's like, I see you really putting that work in, and you got a pretty face. You just might happen to be big.
Cause now I'm looking in the future, like, okay, she actually still putting in this work. I mean, something's working, right?
And then it's something that y'all could do together too. So
I'm looking at potential.
Yeah,
and it's like if I see this shape, I can only imagine once you
drop
that
20,
shit, how you
20, 30, 40 pounds, like, ooh, you gonna be bad as a motherfucker. Like I said, people don't realize, because I've dropped 40 pounds on multiple times. It makes you feel so much better about yourself. Like, that's what a lot of people don't realize. Like, when you feel good about yourself, that confidence, that's the real confidence. That's when I got my confidence, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah,
I went from like 240 something to 196. You can tell me a goddamn thing. Like I said, that's when my confidence kicked in. It was like, oh man, I look good, I feel good, clothes fit me better. Like, I like this. And again, when that type of positive energy attracts other positive energy. It's gonna attract some negative too, but it's gonna attract more positive energy as well. So now when you go out with your friends, like, you're getting double takes versus they looking at you one time like, what about your friend? So,
and even with the weight loss, like, I struggle to actually shed pounds, but when I see, maybe the weight might not drop, but my build will start changing. Once I start seeing that, then my confidence go up a little bit. And then when other folks be like, "Oh, you look like you been," for sure.
That's all you need to hear.
That's gonna keep me going right there.
That's all you need to hear. But again, in her case, again, we did see the picture. I'm not saying she's an unattractive lady, because I don't think nobody's ugly.
I just feel like she was in her natural state.
I don't think she was ugly personally.
No.
I'm not gonna say she was ugly, but peculiar. And this coming from a woman. Like I'm not saying it to be mean. Like what I saw, that's why I'm like, what she look like with clothes on? Because a lot of men think like this. Now a lot of men can say, oh, we really do like no makeup, no wigs, no lashes. Do you really?
Zay, do you know if a girl's attractive whether or not she got on clothes or makeup?
For sure.
Can't you tell?
For sure.
That's what we try to tell y'all. Like we know regardless of what you got going on now. If you only think you look good dressed up, something's wrong.
Yeah, I agree. But there are magicians out here.
So this is how I look at it. I always say the person I want to marry, I want them to be naturally cute. I want to be able to wake up with your bonnet on and roll over and look at you like, and that girl still cute as fuck. Mm-hmm. If I gotta wait till you put your morning face on and do something to your hair and put on clothes, like you doing too much.
If that drop off is that drastic from makeup to regular.
And that's why men say makeup like because we gonna see you regular more than we gonna see you done up. Even if you are a person that put on makeup every day, again, when I wake up in the morning, you're not gonna have makeup on.
Yeah,
you better not have makeup on.
When do you think most sex happens in relationships?
Naked face.
Night and in the morning.
Right.
When you going to bed and when you waking up.
That too.
So if that's what I'm looking at most of the time, and I'm not aroused by that, but I only get aroused once you put on makeup and clothes. Like that's why dudes tell you they want you to be your natural self, so they can decipher if you actually cute or not.
Yeah. Cause
it's a lot of people out here catfish.
Cause I know I'm about to say, 9 times out of 10, some men will see, a woman dressed up, and then you get to her house, for the Netflix and chill.
Completely different person.
It's a whole different person. Then they be like, well, I'm gonna still smash, but
because I done drove over it now.
Because I done come over here to entice you to put on a movie for 30 seconds, and then I'm gonna fuck before it can say doom doom.
Exactly.
And then after that, I'm on dip.
I gotta go pick my cousin up from the bus station.
On the bus station.
So it's
you wanna ride with me? No. All right, cool.
Don't ask that because
I know. If you're a master at it, you get away with it.
I understand your point, but I'm just speaking like as a whole. Like some will do that.
Can you agree that most women just want you to accept them for who they are, right then and there?
Yeah.
Do you think there's something wrong with that?
I ain't gonna say it's something wrong with it, but I don't think that's necessarily the truth.
Let's say you marry me and I'm working at Walgreens front cashier, but I'm happy. I make my $36,000 a year. I'm happy.
If we're not living above our means,
but you're not gonna marry me, is it?
It depends. If we are not living above our means and $36,000 plus whatever that's another story for another.
But I want you to accept me for who I am.
Yeah,
I'm happy.
That's fine. That's 100%. That's me speaking authentically. That's fine. If we not if we not now, we sit out here living like the motherfucking Kardashians
and
out
I'm gonna be like this for the next 30 years.
I ain't gonna say no.
Now you see now
marriage now.
Now you see what I'm saying.
I'm content with.
But you gotta accept me for who I am.
But I not accept you. But there's
for 30 years.
Wrong. Now see, you didn't say that at first.
We getting married. Well, how long you think marriage is supposed to last?
You didn't say that you were gonna be a Walgreens.
It's supposed to be lifelong.
He might switch Walgreens. He might go from that one to the one on County Line.
Fuck that. You can go up in the company. Because
no,
honestly,
I'm fine being a front cashier making my $36,000. I want you to accept me for me.
No. since you gave me all the context and since you gave me all the context, and if that's where you gonna keep it at without progression or anything like that, it ain't gotta be to another company. It could just be, even if you go to the store manager.
No.
And you make
too much responsibility.
And you make
that's pressure.
And you make
too much responsibility.
That's a preference. But see, I'm just going out based on what you said. Now, if you $36,000 now, you content. Okay, now when you add in, but I want to do this for the next 30 years. Okay, no, I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing for you.
So again,
I ain't got nothing for you.
Again, we getting married, right? Let's say if I meet you and you 260.
Damn. I mean, I'm 250. I can't say shit.
For a girl, that's extremely.
No, for a woman, 250 is a lot.
How tall is she?
It don't fucking matter.
She'll have to be 6 feet or higher for it to even look decent, right?
I agree.
So let's say she's 5'3".
5'3", 250.
But you're gonna expect me to accept you at 5'3", 260 for the next 30 years.
when you say,
and you're probably gonna get worse.
Now,
especially after you have a kid.
I'm on. Since we talking about me and you ask me that, or it's because I'm 9 times out of 10, ain't no nigga gonna just ask, or do you plan on losing weight? Boy, you a bad man if you ask that on the first date.
but if you know that men are attracted to attractiveness, why not even have it in your mind already?
Listen, I feel like everybody should be
accept you for 30 years. At 260.
Don't to accept you as a person. No, I'm not gonna say that because I don't agree with that. I would accept no if that's not something I like. Me personally, I like a stockier type person. If that's what I like, that's what I like. But if that's not something you like, first of all, why go for something you know you don't like? That's number one. But number two, if the potential of them getting smaller, then they say, okay, well that's not something I want to do. Yeah, all right.
That means accept me for who I am at 5'3", 260 for the next 30 years of my life.
That means that, okay, see you later, alligator. Find you somebody that can accommodate to what you want.
Now, I do agree with that. But again, we were just talking about mindsets.
Mindset, me personally.
Because just like you saying, if I'm not your cup of tea, move along, right?
Yeah.
That means accept me for who I am. If not, you move along.
I mean, yeah, you can accept me for what I got. And I'm going to give you all I got.
Well, we're just going to be, I guess.
But I will say, at 255.3, hell yeah, that's more than a lot. But honestly, if nobody is willing to, I ain't gonna just say change, but like they don't even have their own willingness to understand that, for example purposes, 5'3", 250 pounds, you don't see that that's a problem. That's health wise.
Most people don't. You do realize that most of Americans are fat, right?
9 times, and especially in Mississippi, we are the heaviest state, the poorest state, things of that nature. But like, if you just don't have that willpower to even want to do better, like me personally, I'm 5'4" and I'm 200 pounds. But if I stand up and I show the world, I got a little push and down.
It's not gonna be the world. We ain't got that many views.
You don't know that. This might be the one that skyrocket. Don't short yourself, but. I do
got two, in the words of Cole, when Jew Liberty's on here. So
I ain't no Jew Liberty.
So it's just like, if I was to stand up, would nobody guess that I'm 200 pounds, like literally 200 pounds on the dot. But the way I carry myself, the way that I'm built, I guess people wouldn't assume that. So I would be attractive to some people. But I guess if you're not willing to make the changes for you to be healthier, and it's just like, you can't make nobody happy if they not happy with themselves. That kind of go back to that.
So again, why I brought that up because just like me making $36,000, I know if I marry a girl, she gonna eventually want me to continuously upgrade.
Yeah, make a little more.
Yeah. Continuously. There's no, I should never be able to stop.
Yeah.
For her to be happy, especially if she, like say, she jump up in front of me and earn income. Now I gotta go even higher, right? So I have to continuously be attractive to her. My thing is that exact opposite should be with the women and dude. Like, you should continuously want to be attracted to your guy, especially when you know most relationships end because of cheating. Yeah. Like, why not be attractive or make yourself feel good and try to maintain his attraction so he won't go out there and do anything? Yeah. So again, it's that complacency. That's why I compared the $36,000 to 5'3", 260. Like, you should be always want to strive to be attractive to your partner. Plain and simple.
True.
So, speaking of attractive, and we touched on it with the makeup. Mm-hmm. Having makeup, you're not really knowing how you look regular. Does that same concept go for the body? You see somebody in some clothes, and you like, okay, they look like they in shape, or they look like they this or that. Then you get them out the clothes, or they send you a picture, and it's like, ooh.
I think that happens probably more than 60% of the time.
That happens more than the makeup, honestly.
Yeah, I think that happens more than anything.
Which takes me to my next question. I know the answer is yes, but I would like for y'all to dive into it if possible. If you can do it without embarrassing somebody. Have you ever received a nude you didn't care for? A bad nude? Like
unsolicited nude or
unsolicited or just whatever. Yeah. Why was it bad? Not an unsolicited one, because it's probably bad because it's unsolicited. One that you actually may have wanted, or the person thought that you wanted. Why was it bad?
I mean, I've had a guy before that talk.
I'm not saying dick pic. I'm talking about like full
Just
nude.
full, yeah, everything. I've had a guy, and I mean, I am gonna go sexual with it too, cause it ties into it. I had a guy, just dude, he was what I liked, and not necessarily, but I've had a guy that checked off all the boxes, right? And then when it come down to it, it's time to get busy. Now it's just like, what the fuck was that? Whether because I am a firm believer, and it's gonna be what you just did. I'm a firm believer. I don't give a fuck about this. At this age that and maturity level that I'm at now, size I don't say don't matter, but it's not on my high list. But it's about how you can work it and the things that you can do to make me climax. Cause I'm a firm believer, and it ain't the size of the penis that's gonna get me to the top. I've had a nigga with probably the small dick in my life that made me come versus a nigga that had 10 plus.
That could still be like 4, 5, 6 though, because you said it's the smallest in your life don't mean.
Well, that's what I'm just saying, like in mine, which is like.
You ain't gotta say
I don't know. I don't even know what 5 or 6 inches look like.
I'm about to say most girls can't tell you what 5, 6 inches look like. They're like they don't know the difference between 6 feet and 5 feet.
I mean, I don't. I don't. But I mean, I would just say like
all they know is you taller than them.
I would say this is probably the smallest. I don't know if y'all can see that, but like that's probably the smallest.
I can see.
That might be the smallest.
Damn, Joy.
Maybe.
You act like that's fucking small. That's still a 5. That's average.
I don't know, but that's what I'm saying.
My point stands.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it is just like they talk cash money shit. Whether it be their sexual drive or just the things that they can offer, and it's just like, yeah, but you falling short here.
So back to this nude thing, like
nude itself, like I don't give a fuck about no nigga send me a picture of him in a mirror.
Do you get turned on by a guy physique?
Yes.
Like how much? How important is that?
If it's a like ab, you talking about like abs?
Like in general,
whatever physique that you like.
Yeah.
My personal preference, that does make a difference. Yes.
Okay, so have you gotten a picture where you thought under his clothes he was built how you like and he was not?
No, not really. No.
Shit, I have.
Cause like for instance, I like big football hefty nigga. If he ain't got no gut, he ain't getting no butt type shit. So it's just like that's what I like now as a mature and able-bodied adult. I understand that
Shannon Sharp once said
these niggas ain't 6'9".
If she ain't 80, she ain't no lady. If she 210, I'm all in. So you like as far as dudes, that's kind of you like the heftier.
Yes. Like, and I ain't saying I want no sloppy, just barely touching their kneecaps type shit. Like, no, that shit got to be put up.
I've seen girls say that, and I say, "Hey, is this guy trapped?" And she'll say no, and then point out another bigger dude. And then I'm like, "Is he attractive?" You're like, "Yeah." I said, "That's how I know y'all know what y'all be talking about." But
but like, it was like
it's about how he look and how he make you feel. That's it.
Cause like when we got to the point where it's time to get busy, he took his clothes off. I'm like, okay, you match what you kind of look like. You know what I'm saying?
You never been surprised by man boobs?
No, I like that shit.
Why?
They can lick on each other. That's why. That's all it is.
No, I would not say that.
Jonathan said in one of our podcasts, shout out to Tap, he said he don't want no girl sucking on his titties because he got man boobs. And it's going to make him feel weird.
I feel like if a nigga ever asked me to do that, I would cry.
So I'm going to say this here. I would never ask for that shit, right? That's not a thing that I'm.
But if it happens, you gonna let it ride.
With a nude? Oh, you talking about
the
nipple?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I will say this. I think you might not have been there. I played Truth or Dare one time. And one of the dares was for a girl to lick my nipple.
I was not there because I do not remember that.
This was a Honda trip.
Oh no, I never went on none of them.
Oh well,
unfortunately.
That's why. You missed the time.
I feel like I know who you're talking about though, but we will not say no name.
We can say it off camera.
Okay.
Yeah.
But she It was enjoyable. I'm just leave it at
She
that.
sucked that
Now
motherfucker.
I would never. She ain't suck. She more so licked it, but
Oh.
it was still enjoyable. But again, that's not some shit that I would ever ask for.
Yeah.
But if it's like,
If she just does it.
yeah, you know how with a woman, you kissing and you making your way down and you make that little pit stop. If she do that, okay, whatever. Don't be that too long now.
What is that the first thing she always want to do? Go straight to your neck.
No kissing, no hugging, just rip that shirt off, nigga.
It's going. I'm a side at her at some point.
What would she say? That's what get her off though.
But see, so here's the thing. That don't need to be a surprise, right? So normally when I get involved with somebody, before we even get to that point, I have the conversation. I make it a point to have a conversation of what you like and don't like. So that way, when it's time to do it, I have a general idea of what to do and what you like to do and what you might want to do to me. So if we discuss that she like doing that, then I already have it in my mind. Okay, cool. But if it's like we ain't even had that,
what she say? She want to eat your ass.
nope.
But that's what turns on.
Well, I'm not gonna be the one turning her on.
I agree, but it's
No,
just funny.
like you said, we one of y'all said, just see you later.
Adios.
It was fun, having this little talk. We could be cool. You come on the show, but that's
You can talk about
you can talk about you bring your own mic cover
You don't even want that.
because you might have had been fresh off in the words of Robin Harris, you might have been fresh off a nigga ass, and now you got that ass all on my mic.
You know how nasty you gotta be for a girl to be like, I want to eat a dude's ass. Like, you are nasty. Like, nothing about that makes me go ooh. Like,
She want a nigga to throw them legs back, man.
She just, that's
and then as the guy receiving it, it's only in certain positions that
without
you
it
can do.
being weird, it's just like,
Dude, I get everybody got their own fetishes and all that kind of kinks and shit. But I'm just like that ain't never gonna be one for me.
I said I try not to kink shame unless it's within a certain category. I'm shaming you if it's in that category. But regular stuff, I try not to kink shame. However, that don't mean that I'm gonna get involved with it with you.
So back to the nude thing.
Right.
Have a girl actually sent you a nude, you
For
was
sure.
just like,
For sure.
ugh.
Yeah,
Well, what make you go ugh though?
because it wasn't
Was it distasteful or was it her body? Which one?
B. Now there was one that
she was photoshopped.
There was one that I asked for that I was disappointed, and then there was one that I just got out of the blue, and I was disappointed. But to be fair, the one that I got out the blue, it wasn't one that I would necessarily wanted anyway.
What is out the blue? Any out the blue one's still pretty nice. But
I mean, like we was just talking about, just a type shit, and she just sent one, but I didn't want it to begin with. So once I got it, it was like, oh.
do you think that kind of goes back to certain women think highly of themselves regardless of what everybody else think of them, and they think they're fine, but in reality they're probably really not?
In this person's case, no, but I'm almost positive that there's a lot of women out there that's like that. But in this person's case, I don't think that was it.
Cause I've definitely received some. I just like, I really didn't have to get that one.
Yeah.
It didn't persuade me in a positive way to want to do anything.
Yeah.
Cause most of the time it's just curiosity when you want to fuck a girl as a guy.
Yeah.
It's curiosity. Now, back in my day, I like, if they had sent me a nude and I ain't smashed it, I'd just be like, I kind of saw what I wanted to see. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like, I don't even necessarily have to pursue, the smash now because my curiosity is gone now.
yeah.
So that's really what it is, curiosity. Yeah. But I'm like, I said, well, that's the quickest way if you want me to just not fuck it. Like,
In the words of my grandma, why buy the cow when you get the milk for free?
Now I'm gonna say this, right? At the end of the day, you if anybody know how you look, you know how you look, right?
some people are delusional.
Some people are delusional. But my thing is this, right? if you gon', especially if it's the first time you send a nude. Now, if it's just y'all been together or y'all been talking for a certain amount of time, you might get some bullshit every now and then. But because that's your person, you're not gonna look at it as bullshit. But like when it's the first one, you should want to put your best foot forward. You should look at it and be like,
if I was a guy, would I like it? But the problem is they'll say that and then they're like, yeah,
that's true. But then you got a lot of women who think that just because they are a woman, then you gonna want
you lucky to get anything that
and see that's where some
it's
women,
overlap.
They fuck up because what like
Venn
how we
diagram
have
of a
how
nude
we
right
have y'all so silly. How we have preferences, men have preferences too. So
that's true.
And
our
women
preferences are
should
not talked about, so that's why.
Hey, I
There's
got
a lot of
preferences,
stuff with
so.
men that's not talked about. So you gave your preferences. Are you dating anybody?
Not seriously, no.
What for the potential that might see this and might want to get added to the team? Want to, the Pistons had an open tryout. They want to come to your open tryout. What are you looking for?
Are you even accepting open?
Ma'am, this ain't your show.
I'm always accepting unless I'm in a relationship. Come on, I'm a guy.
What is your archetype that you looking for in a starting five? In a point guard.
Damn.
Well, I'm tall, so I like tall women.
Okay.
But I do make exceptions for attractive women.
What's tall? You say you 6'3", so to a 6'3" guy, what's
5'9"
tall?
and up.
Okay.
Preferably 5'10", 5'11", but those are hard to find.
Right.
Because if I'm 4% of the population, I know a girl that's closer to 6 feet got to be like 2%.
For sure.
So you know what I mean. But again, if she attractive, I can deal with it. Now I've dated people 5 feet tall. I date most people 5 feet tall. Is that my preference? No. But if you a good person and I think I find you attractive, I give it a go.
Right.
But again, if you ask me what I would like, I mean, 5'5" and up. Like that's my ideal. You don't necessarily have to be in shape, but you have to have a shape.
For sure.
With the intentions of improving that shape.
Right.
Because again, you think about it, you get married now, 10 years and a kid, you automatically gonna gain weight. So, but you got to show me that you at least gonna try not to
lose yourself.
Just be crazy with it, because I've seen it happen all the time.
Yeah.
So it's just like, but as far as body, like I said, 5'5" and up, A shape, can't be dumb, but in a trainer. Like if I think you naturally cute, I'm always down for that. Always.
Okay. Well, we covered a lot, and y'all have given a good perspective on y'all's opinions. So, do y'all have time for some bullshit? And then we'll get up out of here.
I always got time for bullshit.
Talking your mic.
I always got time for bullshit.
It's crazy how many times as a host that I gotta say talking your mic.
That's why I try to keep it like right here.
And I'm gonna say this too before we get in this topic. They've been asking me to come on this podcast. Only one time, but it's been about a year, right? Y'all, I rode my bike 20 minutes to get over here to make sure I record with this guy.
Hey.
In the cold.
Hey,
shout out to man, Know Your Soul titles.
Okay.
But yes, now you can ask your question.
You can't top that dedication.
I told him I was gonna be here the next time he asked me where I'm at. All right.
I drove. So.
Yeah, but you also canceled last week.
Oh damn!
I did. But I'm here now, so we can't talk about the past because ain't shit we can do about it.
We can talk about it.
Since you want to get on bullshit, I just have to make that disclaimer.
Right.
Hey, and listen, and I'm glad that both of y'all made y'all way. So I got two.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.